Hello and welcome back to our Phoenix Wright Attorney Trials and Tribulations. We're in the last episode. We finished off Recipe for Turnabout, and today we will be starting up the fourth case of the game, which is Turnabout Beginnings. And from the looks of things, it looks like we're going to be playing as Edgeworth in his very first case. I don't know if that's actually what it's going to be, but my reasoning for it would be that it says Turnabout Beginnings, implying it's the beginning of something. We've already played as Mia's first case. So, what if we played as Edgeworth's first case? Huh? What do you think? I think that'd be pretty cool. Alright, let's start it up and see what we got. The girl. Let her go. Oh. What is this, Temple of Doom? Shut up, come closer and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Oh. Alright then. Great way to start it off. I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia wait, I thought the first case was the... Oh no, that was her second case. That's right, she did say that she had a case for it. Name Terry Falls, charge kidnapping, murder, sentence, death penalty. Spoiler alert. Fugitive movements, after escaping Falls, met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Her very first client was a death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That's okay. That was a whole year before me and I ever met. That's a... Hey, hey, congratulations on passing the bar exam. Now, for your first defendant, we've chosen this guy. Good luck. Okay, so... Oh no, they screwed themselves. Oh, I just realized something. Edgeworth is on the cover of this case, not because he's who we're playing as in his first case, but because he's the prosecutor for this case. No, I'm sorry, they took it too far. They took it way too far. They just screwed themselves. You wanna know why they just screwed themselves? They wrote themselves into the smallest corner ever. Okay, so, Mia, a legendary criminal defense attorney who has been established to have never lost a case. Miles Edgeworth, legendary prosecuting attorney who has never lost a case. Do you see the problem here? Oh boy, no, because no matter what happens, the continuity is screwed. If we win, which of course we're gonna win, then Edgeworth's career is already down the drain, and his whole perfect win streak record was already destroyed before he even met Phoenix. If we lose and he wins, then the same goes for Mia. Oh, guys, you took it too far. You had such a good thing going with the whole flashbacks, but you took it too far. I'm sorry, you took it too far. I'm so nervous. I feel like I'm gonna die. I never should have accepted this case. Eek! Good morning. Don't be so jumpy, Mia.
I didn't do nothing, I swear. I didn't kill nobody.
Terry Falls, my first client. Sentenced to death 5 years ago and now a prison escapee. Just relax, Mia. Make small talk and try to relax him. So why did you escape anyway? I'm sorry. Is he biting in the... Wait a minute. He's biting the freaking ball his chains are connected to.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't kill nobody. I never lied.
Okay. This voice might be pushing my throat a little too far.
I didn't escape from nowhere.
But Mr. Falls, the police just recaptured you 2 days ago.
Sorry, I told a little lie.
Oh boy, we're already off to a great start.
But anyway, I didn't do it. I never killed nobody.
Sorry for asking, but you're on death row, right? I'm really sorry. You're really bad at this, Mia.
They sentenced me to die 5 years ago, but I was strict, I tell you. That woman, she lied in her testimony. That's why I got the death penalty. I swear it, I didn't kill her. I could never do that.
2 days ago, he escaped from the police wagon when it crashed. Then about 8 hours later, a policewoman was murdered before the police could recapture him. And of course, everybody thinks he did it. The police believe that Terry Falls did it. After you escaped, did you meet a policewoman?
Yeah, I did. She's the reason I escaped.
So that much is true. He did meet with the victim.
She was alive when I left. She was alive, it was true.
I can trust him, right? I mean, I should. Is it gonna be Edgeworth? Huh. Who the hell are you? Okay, what voice will I give you?
You're not gonna figure out the truth by just staring at the guy.
No, I'll give him a Patrick voice.
Oh, you're not gonna figure out the truth by just staring at the guy.
Why are you here?
I came to see how our little kid was doing.
How our little kitten was doing?
I thought maybe you like someone.
Oh, he's totally a Patrick voice. Where's Mr. Grossberg?
The little man is probably still in bed.
Oh dear.
I bet he's clutching an empty bottle and mumbling in his sleep.
Diego Armando. Oh, it's her boyfriend! That's... Wait, but I've never seen a picture of his... Okay, so I thought myself, oh, that's how I recognize him, because I've seen a picture of her boyfriend. But no, that doesn't make any sense, because her boyfriend... We never saw a picture of her boyfriend. The only thing we know about her boyfriend was that, what's it? He dies, so he's probably gonna die at some point in this trial, because he was, what was it? He was in the cafeteria and he was drinking his coffee, and then the coffee was poisoned. No! No, he's not! He's not, there's no way! Wait a second. Hold it. I need to get a picture of this. Godot. If I'm right, I swear to God, there's no way. No, I don't want a video game engine. I want the character from Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright. Wait, is there a programming language called... Is there seriously Godot programming language? Is there a Godot programming language? Oh, no, there's just... No, it's just a game engine I was referring to. Okay, I did not... News to me, I didn't know Godot was an engine, but... Okay. He's got the same facial hair. He's got the same hair, and he's got the same things on his ear. Oh my, and he's even got the same clothes layout. Oh my God, it's him. But how the hell is it? How? The Gates hasn't even started yet, and my brain is already broken. What the hell? How are you him? How are you him? You die in this case. How are you him? And why are you him? And why is no... What? What? Why do you hate Phoenix? What? This... I'm so confused. Okay, I'm too confused for words. I didn't say, so, Diego Armando, the finest attorney at Grossberg Law Offices, is here for me? So...
No, you've got it all wrong. Today you're the finest. After all, it took an amazing amount of guts to take this case. Imagine, an escaped death row convict for a first client.
Yeah, thanks. I sure wish I could get out of it, though.
Hawk, relax, I just heard some good news. The prosecutor for today is fresh out of his diapers as well.
Really?
However, unlike a certain somebody who I won't mention, he's earned the reputation as a genius since beginning his law career.
Genius?
Well, it's about time to head in, kitten. Sharpen those claws of yours, it's go time.
A solitary confinement self with a condemned up to the world's loneliest place. And that's why my client ran away from. Every other lawyer gave up on him, but not me. When I saw those overflowing eyes and heard that simple, childlike voice, I just had the feeling that he was telling me the truth. I'm just still stuck in the fact... Because here's the thing, right? It shouldn't be him. He dies. He gets killed. Like, that was the whole thing. Is that Mia's boyfriend dies by poisoning. So how... It makes too much... He looks exactly like him. He has the same clothing, the same hair, the same ear things, the same facial hair. But how is he alive? Oh, it's this judge. Court is now in session for the trial of Terry Falls. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while now, Your Honor. Oh, he looks so much younger! He looks so much younger! I understand the lawyers for both sides are newcomers. Yes, Your Honor, I'm Mia Fey. Miles Edgeworth, Your Honor. So you're the new prosecutor everyone is talking about, huh? They say you joined the prosecutor's office at quite an early age. At 20, Your Honor.
I guess our little kid hasn't earned himself much of a reputation yet,
Come on, Mia, you can't lose, not to someone younger than you. Young people running a trial, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Now then, the defendant in this case is currently on a felon on death row. 2 days ago, he escaped from a police wagon, is that correct?
Precisely. But the defendant is not on trial for escaping prison.
He's even holding a coffee cup! He's even holding a coffee cup! Well then, Mr. Edgeworth, let's hear your opening statement.
Yes, Your Honor, it was 5 years ago. The defendant, Terry Falls, was sentenced to death in this very court. His crimes were kidnapping, extortion, and murder. The girl he threw off the bridge was only 14 years old.
I keep instinctively going for the freaking, the classic Judge voice, but I can't because it's not the same guy. A truly horrible crime, I remember it well. There was no decisive evidence, so the trial was long and protracted.
Correct, but in the end what finally decided the case was a certain witness's testimony.
A witness's testimony?
The testimony of Detective Valerie Hawthorne, the person who confronted this criminal. She arrested Mr. Falls at a scene and later testified against him. She said she witnessed Mr. Falls throw his young victim into the river. For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
So Miss Hawthorne's testimony was the one that put him away. The police— I did it again! The policewoman you just mentioned, that wouldn't be—
Exactly. The victim, the same woman that was killed 2 days ago. Police Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne.
Ah, I see. The man who was sentenced to death based on our testimony escaped 2 days ago, with only one thing on his mind, to take revenge against the woman who convicted him. Aha, this is becoming clear to me now. Huh? Yes. It's quite obvious the defendant is guilty. Wait a minute, that's not right. At least hear the case before you decide on the outcome, Your Honor. Watch yourself, Miss Fey. I'm not sure I care for you. You haven't heard me speak! That's the first thing I said! Aside from, the defense is ready, Your Honor. I've said nothing! We've presented no evidence! There's been no cross-examinations! Also, my boyfriend is Mr. Godot! Don't forget about that one! Oh, I just noticed that that's such a nice touch. That's such a nice touch. He's doing the finger wag that Manfred von Karma did in the first game, because he was raised, after his father died, he was raised by von Karma. That is such a nice touch. That is such an unbelievably close attention to detail.
Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
Why, you're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Nope. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness.
I called the detective who was in charge of the initial—
Please be Gumshoe. Please be Gumshoe. Yeah, Gumshoe!
Witness, state your name and occupation.
Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago.
I don't believe anyone asked you about that.
Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes?
Well, what is it?
You're really gorgeous.
Excuse me?
No, seriously, my heart is aching for you.
Detective, pull yourself together and try to be professional. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that it's something other than your heart will like—
Oh! Ouch! Now, Detective, tell us about the incident.
Yes, sir, right away. The victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran of the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss.
That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself.
Yes, sir, I gotcha.
Okay. So what do we got coming on here? We got...
This is Ketcherdusky Bridge on Suspension Bridge, and the river that runs under it is the Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir.
Wait. Something doesn't sit right with me about that. Hold on. Okay, let me look at that. So, first things first. Why was he on the bridge? You can't get to the bridge, you can't cross the bridge on the other side because there aren't any planks there, right? So, he would have had to run onto the bridge. Like, let's say the police woman was chasing him. He had to run onto the bridge. And actually, furthermore, no, he had to drive to the bridge. And then the woman caught up with him. It couldn't come from anywhere else because there's a giant mountain in between the upper part of the left side and the bottom part. So he couldn't come from down there. He had to come from over there. So that has to be his car. Why would he have gone to the bridge? That doesn't make any sense.
The victim, Sergeant Valet Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge.
Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor.
Ah, but he still has his signature head shake.
If you listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm not sure I like you wagging a finger at me as though I was some hoser. Detective, proceed with your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia, hang on.
Okay, now listen carefully. One little mistake and this guy will drink you for morning tea. Trust me and get ready.
I can't believe. I am so curious to find out how in the hell he's still alive.
On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned a sergeant to ask to meet.
Okay. Unknown person, huh?
Sergeant Hawthorne went to the Dusky Bridge at a designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed the body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask more about the car thing, because he drove to the, he had to drive to the bridge, which was broken. Well, you certainly haven't established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally.
Now, as the defense, please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination coming right up.
Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make me spill my coffee.
I'm not trembling, it's just cold in here.
The courtroom can be a whole battlefield, especially for a beginner.
I don't need you to worry about me, I mean the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here.
Ha, you got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you got, kitten.
The kitten remarks are annoying me. It's okay, Mia, stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos you stayed up all last night watching. Summary of the incident. Okay. First things first, an unknown phone call. Really? This unknown person, you have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls.
Well, what? The defendant called her?
Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, a top secret memo she left on her desk.
Victim's note adds to the court. Confidential police materials room. Can we read this note? Or is it just gonna... We can't read it. Okay. February 14th, 1:21 p.m. Falls, 4:30 p.m. at that bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Okay. Talk to Dahlia. Dahlia. Ah, I see. Well, would you look at that? It appears Miss Dahlia Hawthorne will be making an unwelcome return. And she can't really make a return because this case happens before the first one canonically, so... Okay. Well, did we learn anything useful out of this? The white scarf seems like it's... Okay, so where's white scarf for identification? That might be useful. 4:30 p.m. was when they were going to meet. And then, obviously, Dahlia is significant, but we can't really bring that up until we... Until I'm assuming she's going to be called as a witness, so I can't really bring that up until then. According to notes, she's the one who called her to the bridge was indeed the defendant, Terry Falls. Whose right was it to keep that note from me?
Ha, looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up, never ask questions you don't already know the answer.
Is that detective's fault? He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey, don't make the face at me. I thought it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
What's that? A trap? With that cute face, I didn't expect him to be so sneaky. Okay, now tell me about the car, because the whole thing with the car is annoying me, because it seems like an odd choice to make. Mr. Falls had a car, then.
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
Okay, and how did Officer Hawthorne get there? What, you mean the defendant drove his own car?
No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at the red light.
Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves. Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything? Yeah, this guy is worse than our judge, like the judge we know and love. So, I didn't think that'd be possible, but...
This is a photo of a stolen car's trunk.
Wait a minute. She's not wearing a scarf. She's not wearing a scarf. She is not... My friends, she is not wearing a scarf. That doesn't look too comfortable. victim she was stabbed in the back, correct?
Yeah.
For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back.
We're talking about a woman here.
You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back. Can I confirm?
The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information.
Detective, was there anything strange you know what they took of the car? Was there anything strange? Oh, I see something strange. I see something real strange. She is not wearing a scarf when, according to this note, she very well should have been. Witness!
What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss Faye?
I'm sorry, I totally forgot what I was gonna say. This is the first time I've ever actually had to address someone like that.
You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this. Say the little kid, want a piece of my coffee candy?
Candy?
Whoa, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
How? This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it, is that correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest that you take another look at the note written by the victim.
The note?
It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like, thus the special request.
Alright,
I have one very simple question for you, detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I'd expect you to do just that. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for, is this one perchance?
Where'd you find that, sir?
On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation.
Well, why didn't you tell me?
I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know.
That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic.
It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like he spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising, it was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding the scarf the whole time because it was raining on the mountain. The court will accept the scarf in evidence. Worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge. Okay, interesting.
No, but if the attorney for the defense has finished embarrassing herself, I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is alright with you, isn't it, Miss Faye?
Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck.
Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on the bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred here.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear about it all.
Everything is moving at his whim.
Don't forget, kid, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh?
Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place.
Oh, was there?
This photo was actually taken by the witness. It shows the victim wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what was going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the
Back. Wait a second. Shoved her from behind. Let's see that photo again. Interesting. I was under the impression that when you get shoved from behind, you fall on your belly. And when you fall on your belly onto a bridge, when it's raining out, wouldn't you think... And actually, especially since this scarf is already wet and muddy, wouldn't you assume that the coat she was wearing would also be wet and muddy? I don't know. Just a little hunch I have.
It wasn't one scarf fell off.
Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that the bridges are very up high.
It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party.
Potential witness, so why isn't this person in the courtroom?
Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify.
The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor.
Show of hands, who here thinks that witness is going to end up being Dahlia Hawthorne?
Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
But there's a contradiction.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
When is the photo added to the court record?
So as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Huh?
Yes, it's quite obvious.
He's clearly guilty. Not again, that's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean, Okay, so all we gotta do here is just point out, you know, how physics works. So, crime photo. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and fog too, just a generally soggy atmosphere.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere. But this is a photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk. Considering the conditions of the scene of the crime, something isn't right. Oh, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about this photo of the truck doesn't... It's her... just her coat. Naturally, the answer is right here. The victim's coat. As far as I can see, there's something strange about it. That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down on his stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud. That's exactly right. The other day, I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous flare up here was befouled.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in...
Wait, yes it does, because the scarf. The scarf is already muddy. We do have proof that it was. Nice try, Edgeworth, but we already have that proof.
Your Chloe's hockey beard, part of the legal league, would be wet, not muddy.
Fortunately, I've yet to test that. Still, your point is well taken.
Can you prove that the surface of the bridge is muddy?
Yes, I can. The surface of the bridge, huh?
Ha, a real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Neither would a real woman. Of course I can. Here is the evidence that proves the surface of the bridge was muddy. The evidence is the scarf. It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
Oh, no, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo.
Hey, same to you, buddy. Just call me a bimbo. You can just call me a bimbo. This phrase is certain and makes perfect sense to me.
I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scarf. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction?
Huh?
For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
Alright, it's not like he's really giving me a choice here.
Ha, you're doing pretty well for a little kitten. But no matter what he says, the contradiction always comes down to a lie. If it's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony staged at the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it's over. Think it over. Pretty simple, isn't it? The false evidence is one of those three.
What do you say just now? I'm not sure I like that. That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee aficionado over here that said it. The court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to see the false evidence in the court. But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is.
Yes, the false evidence in this case is the... I mean, the witness is the one who said that they saw Terry Falls push Valerie, so it'll be the witness's testimony. It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness's suspicion. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
That testimony is filled with holes. After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true. Ha, it's not just true, it's the truth. If it was truly a decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that boy Warner over there wouldn't have called him in the first place.
Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, it appears you'll need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
Oh, you should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution had no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well, please bring forth your witness at this time. What Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth? I don't know, but I am sure we're about to find out. Now let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with the very own eyes.
I think I might know who it is. It's Dahlia Hawthorne. This is it, Mia. The battle begins right here.
Witness, what is your name and occupation?
Yup, it's her, Dahlia Hawthorne, just like everybody predicted. Everyone is so silent I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter. Oh, when I look at you, how can I put it? You look as scrumptious as a double and a dozen donut holes. I feel like I want to hurry up and head down the road just to have a bite. Hey, not so fast.
Oh. As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate. I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Frey, you can learn a lot from this man. What? If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one.
Sir?
Yeah? Yes, my dear?
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
It's not at all. No trouble at all. Now then, may we please have your name and occupation?
My name is...
No! Just straight up no, your name is definitely not Melissa Foster. Number one, no. We tackle a case later that proves that your name is Dahlia Hawthorne. Number two, in the victim's note, it says that your name is Dahlia. Nice try, buddy. Solid 3 out of 10 attempt.
I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you were the one who took this photo? Is that accurate?
Where? How can you be so mean?
Now see here, what are you doing? What are you doing shoving that in her face like that? Huh? But it's just a photograph, it's not like it's something dangerous. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. Uh-oh, I don't like the turn this is taken. Is she staring at me?
And you would be?
Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I see. So you are...
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor, I'll do my best.
Okay, your testimony is going to be laden with holes.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were 2 people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly, they just started fighting.
They started fighting, huh?
That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment.
The crucial moment would be the moment when they start fighting. Your photo shows exactly none of... That's not the right photo. Your photo shows exactly none of that. It shows them standing around doing diddly-do. So no, you did not capture the critical moment. Solid 3 out of 10 attempt. By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over...
What? You were standing there? You were standing there. Okay, so you were standing behind the massive wall, the massive mountain in front of her. Okay. I guess you should. Okay, I thought maybe you wouldn't be able to see it from where you were, but you still have an angle of the backside of the bridge. So I guess you still could be able to see it.
I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took the photo from that location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Oh, what a cute camera, just like its owner. Camera added to the court record. Alright then, Miss Faye, I'm across the image, but I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel. Okay. This woman is not a nice person. She's not a good person, I don't really care. Okay, so, you say that you captured the crucial moment, huh? I call BS. Witness, when you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are 2 people facing each other. You testified that you saw the 2 of them starting to fight. Normally, that's the kind of thing we would refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented the photo like that?
Well, you see... The photo we presented was the only one there was.
But if you really wanted to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. My apologies, young lady. Miss Frey's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay a situation, can't he?
I'm sorry, I'm a very bad girl. I used it all up, the film, I mean.
You ran out of film?
This photo was the last one.
What? Well, isn't that just so damnably convenient for you, isn't it?
Unfortunately, that is the truth.
Uh-huh.
I personally examined all these photographs you took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing among the wildflowers.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos?
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it.
So you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once, too. Please, no details. It seems on Miss Frey's assertion was not so decisive after all. Wait, just a minute. Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more pictures, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Boy, this guy is really sucker for sweet talk.
Ha, it looks like the other kid in the room is the one that's getting all the attention.
Yeah, it's sickening. Okay. Oh wait, this is the same thing we already saw. You're gonna tell me about the fight? The victim turned around and tried to run away. Tried to run away, but she figured out the bridge was collapsed. She took like 10 yards? 10 yards? Do you have any idea how big of a distance that is? And I hate to break it to you, but actually wait, you know what? We're gonna get a full-on size comparison going on. Crime photo. Okay, because I think that I got it wrong again. I need the map, the freaking map. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of a size comparison though. Okay, so this 5 yards is here for a reason, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going up to the TV, fingers on both sides, and carry that size out to the bridge. Okay, so now if we double that, yeah, there's no way. She couldn't have even made it 5 yards because the freaking bridge is collapsed. She physically could not have made it even 5 yards, let alone 10 yards. BS. BS. That's what I say right there. Terry Falls isn't the criminal. Then there must be something strange in that ghost testimony.
Be careful, kitten. The girl is a judge wrapped around her little finger. You're going to have a tough time poking holes in that testimony first.
You want to come up with something really good, Mia? Yeah, the bridge was broken. The bridge was straight up just broken. She did not turn around to run away. Witness, your testimony is a joke. Huh? But what? But I just... Miss Frey, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry. Love that little hair flick. One short testimony and 2 bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse. You say there were 2 contradictions? It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of the area. According to her testimony, the 2 of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, and the victim had turned around and tried to run, well then... She would have hit a dead end. You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have even ran 5 because Dusky Bridge is collapsed on that side. Well, what does all this mean? It's very simple, Your Honor. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it. This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court.
Just a moment, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
What do you mean?
There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you just say? What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
So you're saying...
I'm saying that even though the bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove that the bridge was broken during the incident.
That's ridiculous.
You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence.
Ha, that guy is good.
Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright. That diagram on the bridge is his insurance policy.
What? That coward? Well, Miss Frey, it seems like you once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm sorry, I should have been more careful myself.
No, it wasn't your fault at all.
Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish once and for all what it was this witness actually saw.
Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
Roll on your side, Miss Foster.
There's no need to worry, just tell us what you saw.
Oh, there's a very big need to worry, because I guarantee you she's behind all this. Yes, sir. Running from the crime. Okay.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms, then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could have made sure the body stayed hidden.
Wait a minute! Why didn't he just throw the damn body in the river? If what you're saying is true, why the shit didn't he just throw the freaking body in the river? If the current is that strong, they never would have found the body. Just yeet, goes into the river, never gets found again. Problem solved. Witnessing such violence has been difficult. Oh, shut up.
Yes, sir, I'm still shaken up.
If you accept this testimony as it is, we're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well, maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
Ha, that's what I like to hear.
Alright, Miss Frey, for some reason, this contradiction is staring you right in the face, Mia. Go on the attack. Okay. So, riddle me this, Batman. If what you say is true, why didn't he just chuck the body into the river. Because, if you look at this map here, 40-foot fall into that river. Don't think the body would have ever been found. Gotta be honest. A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that. However, the idea of moving that body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Taking a look at the map of the area, you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for the powerful current. Most bodies have fallen are never recovered.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order. I'm not sure I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. I must admit, it does seem odd not to have thrown the body into the river.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may found the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all. But what it claims to have seen is totally ridiculous.
Surely you can't deny the body was found in the trunk of the car.
Yeah.
Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
I'll try.
All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who is he talking about? Alright, I'll do my best. Okay.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
Wait, how did you see that? Wait a minute! Wait, how did you see that? Because there's a mountain in the way. You couldn't have seen it. You physically could not have seen it because there was a giant-ass mountain in your way. Haha, gotcha now. Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your very own eyes?
Yes, and?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see the car, this outcropping of rock is directly in the way.
Ah!
That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Ah!
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop us from seeing the car.
That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence at the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge, but the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Aww. Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff, but still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. Ah, she knows she's caught. Order in the court. What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her very own eyes.
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey, wait a minute. You can't just say that. Yup. It's totally the Von Karma finger wag. That's such a nice touch.
Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human, to forgive divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to our witness here. What? That's not fair!
Huh, save the tears for later, kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair.
Okay, kitten, you need to relax, then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony.
The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there.
So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
Aha!
Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you knew that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the courtroom.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid.
There are marks left on the trunk lid. How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that? Actually, how do you know that? The only feasible way for you to have known that would be for you to have put the corpse in yourself, but that doesn't work because the freaking because so there had to be someone there to take the photo. No! Oh no! No! Wait! Well, because it's on a tripod and there's a timer. Timer, tripod. That's what it was. So she was over there. She put the body in the trunk, and the camera went off while she was over there, right? Does that make sense? So she would have been the one on the bridge. Wait, let me go back to the note. Talk to Dolly. Tell her this time the whole gym must come out. Okay. What if she went there? She was on the bridge impersonating Valerie. Maybe. So, and the way she knew to do that, it said wear white scarf for identification. So she wore the scarf, and that was all Terry knew to look for, was for the scarf, because he didn't know what she looked like, right? That's why it was about the scarf. So she wears the scarf to fool him into thinking it's her, sets the camera there to go off with the timer function, while she goes to stuff the body in the trunk. Boom! Case closed. Case closed, Your Honor.
I'm certain there was scratch marks on where he broke into it.
What? Let me see that photo. Yeah, they're there, but it doesn't line up with the facts. It's true, they certainly look like scratch marks on the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Ferry is satisfied. The judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. What you just said? No, it doesn't work. It does not work. Melissa Foster, it looks like you finally betrayed yourself.
What?
You said you were in a field taking photos of wildflowers, but even so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally. I finally got her.
Hop, I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over there.
Perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness has seen the scratches was she put the corpse in herself. There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what is it? Naturally, when she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself. The person who really hid the body in the trunk of the car was Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous. I could never. It was the man in the prison car. He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
But he stole the car.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light, which means that the key would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see.
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster. Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
Preposterous. Bruin suggests that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, how do you explain the photo she took?
Automatic timer.
The corpse could only be put in the trunk when the incident occurred, and we already knew that at the time she was taking photographs.
Nope. Automatic timer. Automatic timer and a tripod. Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing. On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is a shooter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself. Let's take a look at this camera and see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. Why, it's almost as if she had brought this camera just to take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, if she really did use the camera's auto timer, then the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field. She was impersonating Valerie Hawthorne. Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? And answering that question will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well, then please answer this question. Where was Melissa Foster when the incident occurred? She was where the victim was standing. Naturally, the witness was right here. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Order! 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 Miss Faye, what on earth? Your Honor, if I may? After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk. In other words, if somebody put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
How asinine. Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth? By the time the witness's photo was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne!
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. And who exactly is the victim in this photo?
It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster. Me? Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on that mountain that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You were just making this up as you go along. Where's your proof?
The proof is the victim's note that tells her to wear a scarf as identification. The piece of evidence that will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Miss Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like, as proven by this note. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face. That's why he needed some piece of identification, namely this muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. It's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like he asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Where's Miss Foster? She's collecting herself in the lobby.
It's obvious that Miss Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim. She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Huh.
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, this court is in recess. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in their respective lobbies.
Yes, Your Honor.
Understood. Very well, this court is in recess.
Oh, wow, this case is awesome so far. This case, wait, music. This case is freaking awesome so far. Although I will say, for as awesome as this has been, I'm really freaking nervous about the ending because there's no salvaging it, right? Mia's already been established who never lost a case, and so is Edgeworth. No matter what happens, the continuity is screwed. But I will say, discovering that Godot is somehow still alive, or that Diego Armando is somehow still alive and is taking the form of Prosecutor Godot, I don't know how that's possible, but somehow he is, and I can't wait to find out why. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all later today for some more Phoenix Wright Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Goodbye.